I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Tavio Headley. He is the Chief Investor Relations Officer at XPO Logistics. Tavio, it's so great to have you on the show. Thanks for joining me.
Hi, Judy. Thanks for having me.
Now, a quick note to our viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Tavio, XPO recently reported its fourth quarter and full year 2021 earnings. So now tell me, what's the latest on the company?
We reported a fourth quarter that delivered a number of record results. We beat expectations and issued strong guidance for this year. The company as a whole performed well. We grew revenue by 14% year over year to $3.4 billion. That's the highest revenue of any quarter in our history. We generated adjusted EBITDA. That was a solid beat versus our fourth quarter guidance. We also reported the highest adjusted EPS of any quarter in our history. That's also significantly higher than expectations. Our growth was led by our two largest businesses, North American less than truckload, LTL, and truck brokerage. Truck brokerage in its typical fashion performed extremely well. In LTL, we delivered record fourth quarter revenue and record year over year growth in yields. Also in LTL, we gained momentum through the fourth quarter, and that momentum carried into January.
Okay, so now during quarter four, XPO began executing a 5-point action plan in its less than truckload business. Can you tell me about the progress made to date?
In October of last year, we implemented our 5-point action plan to enhance our LTL network and drive growth. Within weeks of rolling out the plan, we saw significant improvement in network fluidity, on-time transit, yield, freight handling, employee satisfaction, as well as customer satisfaction. Also, our year-over-year operating ratio performance got better each month in the quarter, and we expect it to inflect to year-over-year improvement mid-year. On a full-year basis, we expect year-over-year operating ratio improvement of more than 100 basis points in 2022. So the plan is clearly working. In terms of capacity, we're on track to add approximately 900 new doors by the end of next year. And we'll be adding these doors specifically in markets where we're seeing the highest demand from our customers.
Okay, well, it definitely sounds like that plan is working. So now your investment in technology has been a key driver for the company's outperformance in the market. What do you attribute to this?
The transportation industry is going to become more and more automated over time, and we're leading the charge. Our brokerage tech helps us run the business more efficiently while reducing our costs. We can also capture share without huge increases in our headcount. For example, going back to the fourth quarter, 70% of our brokerage orders were created or covered digitally. We also have a very long track record of outperforming the industry. If you take a look at the 2013 through 2021 period, our truck brokerage revenue CAGR in North America was 27%. That's 3 times the industry CAGR of 9%. And we wouldn't have been able to accomplish that without XPO Connect, our digital brokerage platform. With Connect, we're seeing shipper and carrier adoption growing extremely fast. In December, we exceeded 600,000 cumulative driver downloads of our mobile app. That's great news for our customers because they want and need that digital access to as many carriers as possible. And we have 98,000 carriers on our platform, giving our customers access to over 1 million trucks.
Now, finally, Tavio, tell me, what's the company's outlook for 2022?
So the full year guidance we issued earlier this week reflects our expectation of very strong earnings growth this year. The midpoint of our guidance for 2022 adjusted EBITDA reflects 11% growth versus 2021. And the midpoint for adjusted EPS reflects 22% growth. So very healthy growth for both adjusted EBITDA and EPS. And on the LTL side, we continue to expect to deliver at least $1 billion of LTL EBITDA this year. In truck brokerage, we expect to continue to put up best-in-class brokerage numbers through the cycle. And then on the balance sheet, we'll continue to delever toward our goal of an investment-grade credit rating. And Judy, a lot of what we're going to do this year is under our control. We have idiosyncratic company-specific opportunities to grow profit and shareholder value. These opportunities are largely independent of the macro.
All right. Well, Tavio, got quite a story there. It's been wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on NYSE Floor Talk.
No, thanks again for having me. Always a pleasure.